Hello. I'm guessing a lot of you have already seen the video. Dude, I didn't think we were gonna get internet today. I'm not gonna lie, it has been an absolute struggle. And I will tell you the story in a couple minutes. But Emong I was actually gonna stream from Emong's today. Because I wasn't sure if I was gonna get internet today or not. So the story that we were gonna roll with was that I left my bowling trip early to challenge him to a practice match and lost, and I had to move in, and my job was to feed the cats because I'd have to stream from his house for a couple days. Dude, I have so many stories. I have so many things to tell you guys. I don't even know where to start. I expected to be back a little faster potentially. I'm glad I took as much time as I did because internet there's a story. I will tell you the whole story, but it's been a struggle. Where do I start? I have so many things dude, if you've been watching streams for the last like couple weeks, months actually, it's actually months. It's actually legitimately months. There's been times where I keep trying to tell a story and then I'll go and I stop and I go like I can't say anything. Hey, thank you for the big super chat on the YouTube side. Appreciate you. Any house tour plans? No, I'm definitely not gonna do a house tour. The only reason I'm not doing a house tour is house tours are spooky because that's a good way to accidentally dox yourself. But this room though obviously is fine. It also looks a little bit different from when I bought it. So, but yeah, this has been in the works for a while. It's been for a very, very, very long time. If you haven't been here for very long, it's probably as far back actually as 2021. Appreciate you. I did get a nice new bed. I ain't gonna lie to you guys, chat. One of the few things I decided I'm gonna flip out the credit card for. I'm gonna go big. Oh my god, it is I realize I've been sleeping on the same mattress since I was like 18 years old. And holy shit. Is this the most comfortable thing I've ever slept on in my whole life? It is unbelievable. I spent a ridiculous amount of money on it. I ain't gonna lie to you. You realize the mattresses have a lifespan, right? Yeah, but like, okay, so like my brain basically was like, I'll buy a new one whenever I get a house, right? And I've had that mentality for like 4 years. You know what I mean? But it's like one of those super ass nice beds where it has like a power base. You know what I'm talking about? No, it's not a sleep number. The neighbors saw me leaving, by the way. They saw me moving out and one of them stopped and like yelled into my apartment, goes, "Hey, are you moving?" And one of the movers who was at my apartment just goes like, "Yep, we're moving him out." And he goes, "Not you." He's like, "Where's the guy who lives here?" And so like I'm like, "Ah, shit." So I like stuck my head around the corner and he's like, "Oh, you leaving?" And it's my upstairs neighbor. Like, you know, the 20 elephants that live up there. And I'm like, "Yep." And he goes, "Oh, well, you know, we're really gonna miss you." And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I mean, I'd miss me too. I never complained a single time. Wait till the next family comes in and moves into my apartment, or takes whoever moves into my apartment. Good luck to you. But then he just stood there, like just staring for like a solid 2 minutes, like just stood in the doorway, just looking at us. And I was like we're like still, you know, finishing putting the boxes together, getting ready to go, and he just stood there, just like. He wanted to know if you'd miss him too? No, not even a little bit. I couldn't have cared. I wanted out of there immediately. But yeah, oh, the bed is a king size bed. It's a king size Tempur-Pedic with a power base. You can like push like, there's like a button, right? You can like push the feet up, or you can push the head up, right? And it's cooling. It's like a 10 degrees cooler mattress. Head hits the pillow and I literally just instantly. It is the best thing I've had. And to be honest with you, I've been stuck getting up at like 7, 8 a.m. every day because I don't have shades yet, or I don't have like blackout curtains yet. I just have like the normal pull down shades. And so the sun comes up and it's like the light of God wakes me up in the morning. But at least I sleep well.
Also, I know it's still very fresh, but
yeah.
Does this mean Doggo may be coming soon? Smile.
Yeah, I think that does mean Doggo will be coming soon. But I need to finish settling in, because I have some issues here. We have some small issues. Actually, some pretty big issues. I'll tell you what it is. Here's the deal. I'm not a complete moron, right? I tried to get internet installed back on the 10th, right? Because I've had it for a little bit. And they kept delaying me. They delayed me like 4 times.
Said the guy looked.
And on the 4th time, I'm like, what the f? Like, why do you guys keep doing this? And so when I bought this house, I bought it because it specifically had Verizon. But I wanted to get Verizon because it has good upload speed and download speed. Bought this house with that in mind. The previous homeowner had Verizon. And so I finally got an answer this weekend. Well, not this weekend. Was it this weekend, actually? I think, no, it was Friday. No, Friday. They told me, and I've never heard of this in my entire life. You tell me if you've ever heard of this. They said that in the area there had been some storms recently, so like internet was knocked out, which by the way, I know is true because I've met some of my neighbors. We'll get there in a minute too. And my neighbors across the street and next to me both have Verizon. And they were like, oh, it was out for a few days. It's never out though, but we had some storms. And so they called me Friday and they told me, because of storms and because of the wiring we have in the area, we are at capacity and we are no longer accepting any new clients or any new customers. Try Xfinity. Best of luck. So they said that they would have to run a new wire for the area. And it would be over 1.5 miles from the box. I tried, I talked to like 10 different people. And I was like, so I'm just, there's nothing I can do, like at all. Like even if, like, could I pay for like a business line? And they were like, nope. Even though my neighbor has it on both sides of the street,
got a little teary-eyed.
They're just like, kick rocks. And I was like, well, the previous owner of this home had it. So like, I know they left. And they're like, yeah, but we'd made the decision at the end of the month, like, or whatever.
Congrats on your new house.
What the fuck do I do? You know? Verizon does this all the time. You're gonna have to wait, big bro. Wait for what? How am I supposed to wait?
There have been up.
So anyways, bit of a shit show. So now I'm gonna try to figure something out with Comcast and see if I can maybe get like a business line or something, because I have, unfortunately, which is like the normal house internet, which normally would be fine, but the problem is for me as a streamer is a lot of it is upload speed, and their upload speed is terrible. So,
wow, that's crazy.
Couple things. One, I had to throttle back YouTube a little bit, and 2, I had to not stream on TikTok for a while. I think a TikTok stream would just.
Of my friend Firebolt Girl.
No, there's actually not a single other internet provider. I called like 4 different places, and all of them do not service this area. It was only those 2, only Verizon. It was only 8 or Xfinity. So
that bed makes me all the more
bit of an in that department. We're not. I haven't even told you any of the we're not even all the way into the crazy shit yet. Like this is like
congrats on the house.
Annoying crazy shit. You know. Dude, I can't even tell you the amount of adult shit I've already had to deal with. You know, having to make all these decisions. Like, okay, all right. You want to know the actual unadulterated, like the beyond everything shiny, fun part of this? Like once you start getting into it. So, okay. So here's how it went down. I'm going to tell you how this happened. The only reason this worked out the way it did was because I had all the time in the world. I was not the highest offer on this house. I wasn't even the second highest offer. I was the 3rd highest by a lot. Like, I'm talking 100 grand. But I had one thing in my pocket. They were a couple that was going through divorce, unfortunately, and they had kids. They had like 2 or 3 kids, and it was very important to them to let their kids finish school. This was months ago. So I said, sure, I'll let your kids finish school. I got no problem with that. And the other two wanted within 30 days, and one of them was contingent on their own house selling. So because I could had all the time in the world, and they were very adamant that they wanted their kids to finish school the year, that's how we got it. That being said, though, I'm not going to lie to you. There was some definite issues with the house post inspection. Nothing too terrible, but a little annoying. Not gonna lie, a little annoyed. They broke one of the doors slightly on the way out while they were moving. There's like a small, like one of the beds must have hit it or something. But that's small. The ceiling fan light in my new bedroom didn't work, and they told us it was just a light bulb. It was not a light bulb. So I had to get that fully replaced. The sink does not work very well. It is. You need to get out of that bronze. It gets tired, brother. It gets tired sometimes, and so I need to get a new sink. The kitchen downstairs. The wash machine wasn't working. I had to have someone come out and look at it. It was something small. It was just like a fuse inside of the wash machine. So I had to get that changed. I repainted the whole place. That's why this room is this color. Because it did need it. It wasn't that bad, but it needed it. It was the same, the original paint from when I moved it, like from when they bought it, or when they built it. So it was pretty dated. And then you paint like, I paint the bedrooms, right? I painted the bedrooms, and then you paint the bedrooms, and it's like, well, you know, you want to paint the hallway upstairs so it all matches. And it's like, well, okay, well, now you paint the foyer. Well, now the downstairs looks a little odd because it's two different colors. Well, now you got to do the whole thing, and then it spirals so fast. And then I had to do a couple of the closets because they look like demons had been living in there. AKA, like, they were like measuring the kids as they grew in like the closets, and then like sometimes the kids would go in there and draw and shit. So like that had to like all get painted over. No, I didn't do the painting myself. Oh my god. Do you think it would have came out like this if I did it? But anyways, yeah, it was a lot of like little things. Most things are fine. Most things are fine. All the bones is fine, you know, like the roof's fine. The backyard's all fine. You know, like everything's pretty good. Although the other thing I'm doing is I'm getting a new washer dryer, because the washer dryer that they left was like, they left it as part of the thing. I was like, yeah, I'll keep it. And then it was really, really bad. And I was like, yeah, okay, I can't keep this. Like this shit's on its last legs. Did you finance or cash payment? Cash payment? No, financed. Yeah. I mean, is that a joke because there's no furniture behind me? That's like, you must have paid the whole thing in cash because it couldn't afford furniture. I will say though, hey, I've never been happier to have the truck than I did this time. I have absolute, every person who's ever been like, why do you have a truck? You don't need it. Oh god damn, am I happy I had it for this one. I've used it like 25 times throughout this goddamn whole thing. We had some interesting issues. For example, my first late night here when we were moving stuff in, the fire alarm went off. That scared the absolute shit out of us. So I ended up actually redoing the fire alarm because it was like, they were old. They were like, because I had to have an electrician come in to fix the master bedroom, and it's a company that like my mom's husband's used for like 30 years. So they were like the best. They've done so much for me already. No more. And they look through all the fire alarm. They're like, yeah, these are like as old as when it was installed, and they never even changed the batteries. No more duck outside your window. True. Okay, I have something potentially worse than a duck outside your window. I don't actually mean that. I just think it's funny. Can I tell you what happened to me, by the way, before I even finished moving in? Tempted to not tell this story, but we're gonna tell it anyways. That last like week and a half when I was still streaming, obviously I wasn't streaming as much, right? I was like still moving stuff in, right? Like we hadn't even done the big move. We were just bringing small stuff, if that makes sense. We were still like moving small stuff in before the big move. And my mom and me were here, and someone rang the doorbell. Well, so I go and answer the door, and there's like 10 kids. It's like a gang of kids. And they're like all in the front yard or at the door, like at the street waiting. And one kid comes over and rings the doorbell. I'm like, hello? He was like, hi, I just wanted to like say what's up and welcome to the neighborhood because I saw you were moving in. And I was like, oh, that's nice. You know, like, oh, that's kind of sweet. You know, I appreciate it, you know. TikTok fans, it's worse. No. So, he was nice. He was nice. He was like telling me about my neighbors. He was like, he was like 13 or 14. He wasn't very old. And he's like, tell me about my neighbors or whatever. And like saying like, oh, this is so-and-so, this is so-and-so, this is so-and-so. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then he's like pointing to all his friends on the streets, like, oh, that's so-and-so, his family lives down there, whatever. And then at the end, he asks me, so what games do you play? And so I look at him, I go, how do you know I play games? And he goes, oh, well, we kind of know you're a streamer. I go, what? How? We're not done yet, chat. You're all laughing now, but get ready. He goes, yeah, we kind of already know. I'm like, how the f guys find out? And he goes, oh, so-and-so, points at a house down the street. The so-and-sos down there have watched your stream before, like watch your videos or something. They're kind of old. I shit you not, that is what he said. Called them old and said that they've watched my stuff. Yeah. You. It's you. One of you. I don't know which one of you, but it's one of you. All right? I don't know who it is. But one of you oldies. Because the previous homeowner was talking to someone and they asked for the name of the new resident. And they said mine. And they my name.
The mortgage ads incoming flats palm.
I was like, you gotta be shitting me. Because you gotta be an actual like YouTube or Twitch watcher to like somewhat know what my name actually is. You know? I mean, you can probably figure it out pretty easily, but still. I was like, what the f are you guys on? How did you... I'm not even moved in yet! But they were nice. They were nice. And then the neighbors actually on my first night here invited me over to a backyard hibachi. Not gonna lie, didn't know that was a thing. Was kind of fire though. Got a bunch of food, drank a lot of alcohol, had a great first night. Won't lie, it was a great welcome to the neighborhood. It was fire. But yeah, so that definitely made up for it. I was a little spooked at first, but they're really nice people. So, but yeah, now that, are you in an HOA? No, thank God. Thank God. I don't gotta, that was one of the things I looked for when I looked for this place was no HOA. No, thank you. That was one of the few things I was looking for when I was looking at this place was no HOA. I did not want to deal with that. My truck fits in the garage, but only in one of the spots. It's got a two spots, and it barely, and I mean barely fits. Barely. But it fits. So, which is nice. Although I do feel really bad for the neighbors. And it's not like I get up in the morning.
Get any more random maintenance guys just wandering into your house and making a sandwich while he listens to you complain about the aircon being down.
So, you want to know something crazy? So I moved out of my apartment like last week, right? And I went to go give the key yesterday, but I went to stop by one last time to throw any garbage. And the door to my apartment was jammed shut, and every light in my entire place was on. And I'm still paying for it because I had it turned off on the 31st. And I'm like, hello? Dude, maintenance saw me leaving and went into my apartment and started like prepping it for new people. And so I went down to the office and I'm like, hello? Why did you guys go to my apartment? They're like, oh, you're moving out. I go, I didn't tell you I was moving out early. I told you I was leaving on the 31st. I didn't give you permission to. And they were like, oh, sorry. And I was like, yeah, but you left every light on the entire apartment. It's probably been on for a couple days now, right? And they're like, well, we didn't go yesterday because we had a fire. I'm like, you had a what? Never mind. That's not what I'm talking about. I was like, why'd you guys jam the door? Because there's like two doors to the apartment, right? They jammed the normal one, but I went in the back door. And they were like, oh, we jam it because it's before it's before we change the locks. So like we jam it so no one can go in, and then we change the locks after before we get the key. And I'm like, okay, but like I hadn't fully left yet. So like, what the f, you know? Anyways, though.
When they send the bill for if you get your deposit back, double check nothing is labeled as other.
Yeah, true. Actually, that's the funny part is I asked them, when am I going to get my security deposit back? Appreciate you. I asked them when I'm getting my security deposit back, and they said, oh, we'll mail it to you within 30 days. I go, What do you mean you'll mail it to me in 30 days? I asked them, I was like, how are you going to mail it to me? You don't have my address. And they're like, yeah, we do. I go, what is it? They're like, what? I was like, what is it? And they're like, well, we have it on file. I go, can you look and see what it is?
From Australia.
Just to be sure it's the right one.
3 years.
They sit, they go, okay, gives me an attitude. They go over to their desk after giving me an attitude, the property manager. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll sit down. They start typing on their computer, and they're like, okay, what was your previous address? Okay, typing in. Oh, we actually don't have it on file.
Furniture, fun.
You don't say.
Smiley face emoji.
You don't say. The captain shield's in the closet. All right, I have it hidden. I have it hung up in the closet.
When I moved out of my apartment, instead of contacting me that we owed, they went straight to collections before email or call, and it scared
really?
the hell out of us.
My old apartment did that
the
for me. They gave me a
They still haven't responded, and it's been 2 months.
They gave me an eviction notice one time because my auto pay turned off in between leases. So like between my leases, it automatically shut my auto pay off.
We are starting
and even though I had re-signed with them, they didn't tell me, and then they taped to my door an eviction notice. And I was like, hello? You could have called. And they were like, oh, well, that's just an automated process. I go, it's automated that somebody came to my apartment and taped to the front door. Are you stupid? I was so sad the last few days not being able to stream. Every time I like got done doing with whatever I had to do for the day, or like whatever I was able to take my mind off with stuff, I was stuck literally sitting on my bed looking at the ceiling. And I was like, dude, what the f? This is ass. I want to stream. I won't lie though. I was able to take the edge off for about 20 or 30 minutes each day because there might be a pool. A little bit of swimming made it feel pretty good. But after the swim, I caught a frog the other day actually. Did I tell you guys about the? No, I didn't, because I didn't say about the pool. Yeah, I caught there's a pool here, and I caught a frog. But yeah, it's been a long week of just basically not much to do. Well, that's not true. I had a lot of like things to do, but like not fun things.
I've been so bored without having your streams, I won't lie. Highly recommend you look into lawn services or getting lawn care.
Yeah, I do have
that shit grows
I actually
fast.
just continued to use the same guy that the previous homeowner had, and because I called him and I was like, you know, did you used to work on the property? He's like, yeah, I did, and I can come out and like talk to you and stuff. And he like very fair price, like gave me like, was not even close to what I thought I was going to be spending on it. And I was like, okay, sure. So
oh no,
they've been good.
But out of all the colors you could have painted the streaming room, it had to be the same color as the total of 2 shirts you have. Anyways, welcome back.
Okay,
Not sure if
listen.
I can get used to staring at your face this close up, but cheers.
Listen, all right, I chose this color.
Box for random decorations, JK, so happy for you.
I chose this color because it's apparently easier to control the light in the room with dark walls. That's where I'm at, right? Because like, okay, all right, I put dimmer lights in this room if I wanted to. So if we want to do a spooky stream, hang on, you want to spooky stream? Spooky, and the lights are still on, and then I can turn this one off too. Spooky. Or I should keep.
Hey, Mr. Flats,
you know,
I'm newer
like
here,
a little
but
spooky,
it's been a blast
spooky
hanging
time
around here.
Nice
Big
time.
Congrats.
Like a nice little nighttime streams. You know what I mean? And it's like the lights are still on. It's not anything too crazy. The carpet looks nice. Oh, that was the other thing. I replaced the carpets. Dude, the carpet's so nice. So there's one thing I might change, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna yet. But like, I got a new table. I got a new desk, and it's solid. Like, it is
Flash
solid.
Thong cosplay when?
Excuse me? In the soup shop. What? But I still have the arm stand for the mic connected to the like a different table so it doesn't rattle. But it's kind of far now. So like I'm stretching this mic to like its absolute limit on how far it can reach. So it's a little bit tougher to move this around like I normally do. Riley, I think 34 months.
So Jeff and Jeff cooking show when? Congrats, buddy, less than 3.
We still plan to do the first one at Emong's house when his house is built. That's still the plan.